Welcome, friends, to this knowledge sharing session initiated by U10. Thank you to Anil, Satya, Fini for this new development. So, today, we'll be discussing about Mumbai. So, let me introduce myself. I am Ashish Chawla, your host for today's session. I am an avid traveler and a travel blogger. I blog about offbeat places to India. You can check out my website called www.lifeofash.com. That ash is with double ASH. Okay. So, friends, let's get moving. Today we will be speaking about Mumbai. Mumbai is not only about Gateway of India, Marine Drive, CST station, film stars, houses, or Juhu Beach. Mumbai is more than that. Mumbai is having one of the diverse culture, and the city is a treasure house of some amazing British architecture, some amazing churches, mosques, or temples. Most of us who are living in Mumbai know about Churchgate Station, but yet very few are aware that the name Churchgate actually came into being because it was referring to a church and to a gate. See, basically, in olden days, the fort area was actually a fort area, fortified. It has three gates. One was Apollo Gate, which was Apollo Bandar. Second was Bazar Gate, where the bus stand is there today of CST station. And the third one was Church Gate. And the church that was referred here was St. Thomas Cathedral Church. And the gate that is referred was there once, where today we see Flora Fountain or Hutatma Chowk in current date. So, friends, in a way, Churchgate got its name this way. For more details, you can always check my blog where I have given quite comprehensively about St. Thomas Church. Now, talking about this cathedral, I want to pinpoint one more amazing fact. How many of you know that what is a zero point of Mumbai? Friends, generally you must have seen milestones 100 kilometers, 50 kilometers from Mumbai. So, what is that zero point? That zero point is this St. Cathedral Church. As I said, that these kind of places are not on the tourist list. So, we can always dig out the history of Mumbai and show the people these places which are actually a heritage. This St. Thomas Cathedral was built in the year 1718. So during the year 2018, it completed 300 years. And they had celebrated tricentenary to commensurate the 300 years of the cathedral. And it was there in the newspaper. In fact, I came to know about because of that this church has such a long history. Many of you who may not be knowing where this church is situated, let me guide you. Just next to Flora Fountain, if you're coming from Churchgate Station, you reach Flora Fountain, and just ahead of that, when you go towards Horniman Circle, on the right side, this church is there. And we see this church almost every day. And yet we are unaware of the history of this church. Once we enter the church, you will be fascinated to see all around you lovely marble memorials. There are different types of memorial depicting different kind of stories behind them. One of the memorial has 300 passengers who perished on a steamship called Cleopatra. Then there was one memorial on which you have a banyan tree, a Brahmin. Seeing a Brahmins in a church is a new experience for me. Definitely, it's gonna be the new experience for you also. And then one very interesting thing about this church is that this church is probably the only church where Mother Teresa was sitting on a pew, and then there is two chairs on which George V and Queen Mary was sitting. They had attended one of the church preaching probably. So this is a very unique feature about this church. And friends, one more thing. This is lastly I'll say about this church is that this church was nominated for, it has got an award, UNESCO award for Asia Pacific Heritage Site. So that itself is a very big thing. So next time when you are in Churchgate, please don't miss to see this lovely cathedral. Friends, we now move on from Churchgate to Colaba. See, when you come out of Churchgate station, very often you see buses going to RC Church. This actually got me thinking once that I should go there and see what it is. And when I went there, on the way I saw this lovely church, which was known as Afghan Church. So at first, the Afghan Church name, something, it sounded like, how can an Afghan and church be in one name? Because Afghan is an Islamic thing and church is a Christian thing. So little research and I came to know the history behind this beautiful church. Friends, this Afghan church was built by Britishers to commemorate the death of the first Afghan war and the disastrous 1842 retreat of Kabul, which was also known as Massacre of Elphinstone Army. Now this massacre was so brutal that more than 4,000 troops of British Army was lost and almost 12,000 civilians also lost their lives. Now, despite agreement on the settlement of the safe passage to the British troops, the massacre still happened as the Afghan tribals killed most of the retreating soldiers when they were trying to go back. Many people died because of frostbites and starvation also. And this profound killing of more than 16,000 people from the column commanded by the Elphinstone, only one European and few Indian sepoys reached Jalalabad. The hardship encountered was such that around 2,000 Indians, many of them of pride, survived and returned to Kabul to exist by begging, on the roads. They just survived like that. So basically, this is the background of this church, and in memory of those people, this church was built. So next time, when you are going towards Colaba, at the end, which goes towards Navy Nagar, please do visit this. It's an old church, very quiet, very few. The day when I went, no one was there. So you must visit. You can take your clients also. Because this is something most people don't see when they are in Mumbai. We have to check out such offbeat places, which are basically, milestones of history. Okay, now we have covered Afghan Church, we have covered St. Thomas Cathedral. So friends, now one more unique place which I will be speaking about is a Chinese temple. In Mumbai, do you know there is a Chinese temple? Though it is very small, but it is there. And the name of the temple is Kong Kung Temple. This temple is situated in Mazgaon. Now this temple has got little history behind it, that as to how it came up. See, in the olden days, most of the people were working for East India Company. So in similar way, the Chinese also worked, and few Chinese who had settled in India were traders, merchants and sailors. However, when in 1962, the war between India and China broke out. As expected, many people who were Chinese migrated back to their own country that is the homeland China. However, few of them stayed back in their existing home, which we now see and which we now know exactly is like Chinatown. Now, this Chinatown is in Mazgaon. It seems because they were of CU Kum community, so that community had some place to worship, and that's how this temple also came out. And today there are very few Chinese in that area, but they are still there, and they still have that name of this C what do you call CU Kum. Sorry, the pronunciation is a little odd for me. So they do still have these names and all that. And this is quite area. You can go, you can visit that. I had visited this temple, very small one, but very nice, neat. So this is again a very unique place which most of us may not know. So friends, you can go and see this small part of Mumbai also. So now that we are on the central side, we are done with Mazgaon, this Chinese temple. So next in the list is Kotachi Wadi. Now, Kotachi Wadi is a place, is a heritage place basically. It is situated in Girgaon. You just have to come out of Grand Road station and start moving on the east side, and ask anyone. It's very near. From there, it is hardly 5-10 minutes. This old village, what is the peculiarity? Most of the architecture is of old Portuguese style. So, this is the 18th century. It was basically founded in the 18th century by Khot, who sold plots of land to local East Indian families. So they used to be of 65 of these houses are now reduced to 28 as old building, because as the skyscrapers are coming up, so generally we are losing out on these heritage things. So go and see them before they are eroded altogether. But still those old houses are there, and people sometimes also invite you to take pictures. So it is very interesting place. Visit it. It's an old village in a small lane, very congested lane. But you will enjoy it. It's a kind of a heritage trip for you. Friends, I'm trying to cover the places, which may not be very, what you can say, something that you will die for. But still, these people are, these things are like small, olden things. And old is getting eroded. Before they get evaporated in the skyscraper world of this Mumbai, we should go and see them at least. In case if you are interested in reading the entire thing, I have a different blogs on this. I'm sharing the link with you on this group also. So you can have a detailed history and how the things is, and a first look of the place before visiting it. So I'm sharing the link of all the blogs which I am talking here, and they are quite comprehensive and elaborative. So you can check on that. And I hope that you gained something out of what I presented today. Thank you very much.